Have you ever pondered the intricacies of your own body, specifically the nephron, the functional unit of the kidney? Each kidney in your body is packed with about 1 million of these tiny structures, each one a testament to the marvel of biological engineering. The nephron is a tiny yet mighty warrior, guarding your body against an onslaught of toxins, maintaining your body's fluid balance, and ensuring the correct balance of electrolytes. It's the nephron's job to filter your blood, and it does this with such precision and efficiency that it makes even the most advanced machines look rudimentary. The nephron is made up of several parts, each with its unique role. First up is the Bowman's capsule, where the journey of the blood begins. It's here that the blood enters the nephron, and the filtration process kicks off. The Bowman's capsule is like the gatekeeper, deciding what gets in and what stays out. From the Bowman's capsule, we move on to the proximal convoluted tubule, a twisted and coiled structure that reabsorbs useful substances like glucose and ions back into the bloodstream. It's a bit like a meticulous sorter, sifting through the filtered blood and reclaiming what the body still needs. Next, we dive into the loop of Henle, a long U-shaped tube that plays a crucial role in concentrating the urine and conserving water. It's like the nephron's recycling center, making sure that not a drop of precious water is wasted. Following the loop of Henle, we reach the distal convoluted tubule, another coiled structure that fine-tunes the filtration process, adjusting the levels of various substances to maintain the body's delicate balance. Finally, the journey concludes at the collecting duct, where the now processed and filtered liquid is collected before being sent to the bladder as urine. And thus, the nephron completes its vital mission, ensuring your body's fluid and electrolyte balance is just right. As we venture further, prepare to unravel the intricate processes that take place within this small, yet crucial part of your body. The journey of blood within the nephron is a marvel of physiological engineering. Let's delve into this intricate journey, shall we? Think of the nephron as a bustling city with a major highway running through it. This highway is the glomerulus, a network of tiny blood vessels that acts as the main gateway for blood entering the nephron. The glomerulus resides within a structure known as Bowman's capsule, like a nest cradling an egg. Now imagine a massive crowd of molecules trying to get into the nephron city through this highway. But not everyone can enter. There's a selective bouncer in place, the blood pressure. It forces some members of the crowd, the plasma, ions, and small molecules, to squeeze through the glomerulus walls and enter Bowman's capsule. But wait, it's not a free-for-all. There's a meticulous filtration system at play here. Picture the glomerulus walls as a sieve, finely tuned to allow only certain types of substances to pass through. This sieve is made of 3 layers: the fenestrated endothelium, the basement membrane, and the foot processes of podocytes. The fenestrated endothelium, with its tiny holes, is the first layer of the sieve. It allows most components of the blood except blood cells to pass through. The basement membrane, the second layer, is a bit more selective. It blocks larger molecules like proteins from getting through. Lastly, the foot processes of podocytes, the third layer, act like a final checkpoint, further restricting what can cross into the nephron. So while the plasma, ions, and small molecules are allowed entry, the larger molecules like proteins are kept out. They're just too big to fit through the sieve. This selective process ensures that the nephron gets only what it needs to do its job: filter the blood, maintain fluid balance, and discard waste. The filtration barrier, with its fenestrated endothelium, basement membrane, and podocyte foot processes, ensures that only the necessary substances enter the nephron. It's a marvel of nature's design, isn't it? But the journey of blood doesn't stop here. Stay tuned as we continue our exploration. The twists and turns of the nephron tubules are not just for show. This labyrinthine architecture serves a critical purpose. It's where the magic of reabsorption and secretion unfolds, in the proximal and distal convoluted tubules. Let's start with the proximal convoluted tubule, the first part of the renal tubule. Imagine it as a bustling city market, where a staggering 60 to 70% of the filtered sodium is reabsorbed. But it's not just sodium. This tubule is a busy bee, swooping up glucose, amino acids, and bicarbonate ions too. And don't forget the water. Almost 2/3 of the filtered water is reabsorbed here. Now, how does this happen? Well, it's all thanks to active and passive transport. Active transport is like a dedicated worker, using energy to move substances against their concentration gradient. It's the driving force behind sodium reabsorption, which in turn creates a concentration gradient for other substances, such as glucose and amino acids, to hitch a ride and get reabsorbed. Then we have passive transport, the laid-back sibling. It doesn't need energy. It just goes with the flow, allowing water and other substances to move along their concentration gradients. Moving on, we reach the distal convoluted tubule, the last stop before the collecting duct. Here, reabsorption and secretion continue, but with more finesse and precision. This is where the body fine-tunes what it needs to keep and what it needs to discard. Sodium and calcium are selectively reabsorbed, while potassium and hydrogen ions are secreted. And let's not forget about the antidiuretic hormone, the master regulator. It swoops in to control water reabsorption, ensuring the body stays hydrated. So you see, these tubules are not just winding paths in the nephron, they are bustling hubs of activity, filled with dynamic exchanges of ions, proteins, and glucose. They are the keepers of balance, the guardians of our internal environment. Through these convoluted tubules, the nephron meticulously maintains the body's water and electrolyte balance. Whether it's a hot summer day or a marathon run, you can count on these tubules to keep everything in check. The loop of Renal and the collecting duct, two parts of the nephron with a big job. To understand just how big this job is, we need to dive deep into the microscopic world of the nephron, the functional unit of the kidney. Let's start with the loop of Renal. Picture it as a long, U-shaped tube, a water-saving recycling center within the kidney. Its primary role? Water reabsorption. As the filtrate descends into the loop, it enters an area where the surrounding tissue is filled with a high concentration of solutes, mostly sodium and chloride ions. This concentrated environment pulls water from the filtrate, reabsorbing it back into the body. But there's a twist. As the filtrate ascends, the loop's walls become impermeable to water, but not to certain solutes. This movement of ions out of the filtrate contributes to an even greater concentration gradient in the surrounding tissue. Why is this gradient so important? Well, it sets the stage for the next big player, the collecting duct. Think of the collecting duct as the fine-tuner of water reabsorption. It uses this established gradient to determine just how much additional water needs to be reabsorbed. Here's where another component steps in, the antidiuretic hormone, or ADH. When the body needs to conserve water, perhaps during a hot summer day or after a strenuous workout, the pituitary gland releases ADH. This hormone signals the collecting duct to become more permeable to water, allowing more water to be reabsorbed and reducing the amount of urine produced. Conversely, when the body has an excess of water, less ADH is released, making the collecting duct less permeable and resulting in more water being excreted in the urine. It's a delicate balancing act, expertly performed by the loop of Renal and the collecting duct. By working together, they ensure the body's hydration status is just right. It's a testament to the wonders of our physiology, the intricate dance of ions, hormones, and water. The loop of Renal and the collecting duct work together in harmony to ensure the body's hydration status is just right. So why does the nephron matter, you might ask? Well, the nephron isn't just a fascinating piece of your kidney's architecture, it is an absolute lifesaver, quite literally. The nephron, despite its microscopic size, holds a significant responsibility. It's the gatekeeper of your body's homeostasis, the delicate balance of chemicals and water that keeps you ticking along. Every single day, your nephrons filter around 180 liters of blood, ensuring that the useful substances are reabsorbed, while the waste products and excess substances are prepared for excretion. But what happens when this vital cog in the machinery of your body fails to function as it should? The implications can be severe. When nephrons are damaged or cease to work correctly, it can lead to a host of health problems. Kidney disease, high blood pressure, and even life-threatening conditions such as kidney failure can all stem from malfunctioning nephrons. For instance, when the nephron can't filter out waste products efficiently, these toxins build up in your blood, leading to a condition known as uremia, which can cause fatigue, loss of appetite, and a host of other symptoms. Or consider the vital task of regulating your body's water and salt levels. If the nephron fails in this duty, it could lead to an imbalance, causing conditions like high blood pressure, edema, or even heart failure. Let's not forget the crucial role nephrons play in regulating the pH level in your body. They remove excess hydrogen ions and reabsorb bicarbonates, maintaining a stable pH. If the nephrons fail in this regard, it could lead to metabolic acidosis, a severe condition that can affect your breathing and cause muscle weakness. In essence, every function that the nephron performs is crucial to your health and well-being. It's a tireless worker, keeping your body in balance, and ensuring that everything runs smoothly. The nephron, a tiny structure in your kidney, plays a massive role in keeping you healthy. Without it, life as we know it would not be possible. It may be small, but remember, it's the little things that often make the biggest difference.